Well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the world. Yes, I'm back. I see some people have already beaten me into the studio. I can't believe that, actually. Don Hackman, Don's the return of Jedi. Well, of course, the Force is with me. Lynn, welcome to the show. Julie Sharp, welcome to the show. You're all saying good evening to each other. Good to see that. For you in there, don't forget it's really important. You got to like that show, smash that like button, and share the show out there. Let everybody know that we are live. I've got earpieces in tonight. I need to pull them out slightly because when I'm speaking, it sounds like the voice is actually inside my head. Um, Dawn says my mic is crackling. Oh, okay. I don't know why that might be. Maybe it's because it's too loud. Let me just turn on the camera. Uh, is that better? How's that? Is that better? I need you guys to let me know. Is it better? 'Cause if not, I'll just take these systems out of my head completely. My mic sounds awful. Okay, well that kind of puts paid to that. I'm just going to take these things out, so just bear with me. Uh, and hopefully, now is that better? Are we live and you can hear me? I'll put the mic on the camera back up again. There we go. Now, is that better? Can you hear me better now? Talk to me. Can you hear me better now? Nope, it's better with nope, it's better without you. You'll end up with Brussels in your ears. I need to be a bit louder. God's sake, no bloody pleasing these people. Let me just go into the system. Very good evening, Sue Vinicums. Can hear you loud and clear. Well, thank you very much, Sue. If you can hear me loud and clear, that's good enough. The other two can clear their ears out. Evening, Paul. Can hear you loud and clear. Says Puffin. Good. That'll do. That'll do for me. This head system that I have is primarily for listening really with, well, it's got built-in mics, but they're obviously crap. See, Dawn Hatham's taken her earbuds out of her ear, and I'm not talking about the earbuds like being very, very sophisticated, like telephone earbuds. No, we're talking about cotton earbuds. She's pulled them out of her ear, now she can hear us. The volume's up as far as I can put it, Jules, I'm afraid. As far as I can see, the volume is up as high as it goes. So anyway, let's get on and let's get on with the show. All right. I'm actually holding. Look at that, Lynn saying, "Sorry to complain." You're right. You're a woman. It's built in. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. This is Carolyn Hockey. Great to see you back. Thank you very much, Carolyn. It has been rough. Doesn't cover it. Rough does not cover it. First of all, I really want to apologize to each and every one of you, all of you, for having to go off without giving you any explanation. Not very professional, really, to be honest with you. There was just so much absolute. It couldn't have got worse. Let's put it that way. It couldn't have got any worse. A whole ball of negative energy just hit this family, and it just could not got worse. The worst of it, the worst part of it seemed that I mean the legal crap, all that stuff we can handle. That's just arseholes in offices. But the worst of it was that we were called into the hospital and told Johanna's treatments aren't working, and her cancer is growing, and she's been getting worse. She's not very well. She's tired a lot of the time, which is a big symptom of cancer. However, out of every dark cloud, there is a light. If you look for that light, it's there. So we have been referred to a specialist in a city called Exeter.
and this specialist has got a new treatment going, which is basically, it's amazing. It's actually, when we were being told by this by our chief oncologist, he told us that when this guy brought this idea out, he was laughed at by the community, by the cancer community. The community actually laughed at him. You're out of your mind. You know, you're smoking weed or something. You know, but after 3 years of using this, he has managed to get some seriously good results. So Johanna's case is so bad that we have been pushed to the top of the line, and we are. Are you trying to tell me that you can't hear me now? Because people are saying they can hear me loud and clear. Am I muted or not? Because it's kind of. Hello, hello, my darling cousin. This is my beautiful cousins in the house as well. Are you guys all here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Or am I just talking in the fresh air? Oh, you can't hear me because Julie Sharp is responding saying prayers for Johanna. Right, okay. So you can hear me. So anyway, Johanna's been pushed to the top of the line at the front of the tree, and we are going to surgery next week. But this is really amazing stuff. It's very, very high tech. It's absolutely mind blowing. This system that this man has devised, it basically attacks cancer from the inside out, but it's not full invasive surgery. In other words, they don't cut Johanna open and go inside. That's last resort. Okay, this resort, what they're going to be doing now is electrodes, like probes, and the probes go down through the skin into the cancer, and they burst the cancer open, and then basically they inject Johanna with a very mild what do you call that stuff that cancer fights cancer? I've forgotten the name of it now, but that cancer drug, you know, that makes people's hair fall out. They inject her with a very mild sort of dose of that. The electrodes go into the cancer, it bursts the cancer cells, pulls this stuff from her body right up into the cancer and kills it from the inside out. And the results so far have been very good. So we're looking at getting really, really great results. Chemo, that's the word. It's a special chemotherapy mixture of something or other. I mean, it's all super tech. So John is obviously chin up and fighting strong. You know, don't get me wrong. We're you know we're not letting it beat us. We haven't thrown a towel in or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Right, let's have a look. Don't you nutter. That was her. Grania Dugan, that's my cousin, by the way. GC Dugan, that's my beautiful cousin. And my heart is with Grania because one of the reasons that I pulled away in the last month was my beautiful aunt, who's Grania's mom, sadly passed away. That's my dad's sister. So it was kind of like a whole pile of crap hit this family all at the same time. But you know what? Grania, Grania's a McGahan as well, and we're fighters, and we win. Fighters always win. All right. My son-in-law's dad is with oncology at Exeter, and he's trying this new thing, and it's doing well. There you go. That's that new thing, Sue. That's so good to hear. Thank you for sharing that with me, my love. Carolyn Hawkey says all good here. Dawn sending loads of love to Johanna. Please, if you can, in your prayers and in your meditations and in your energy focus, send her as much as you can. We could really do with it right now. Vanessa says, "Hi Paul, great to see you. It's nice to see you too. Thanks so very, very much for being here, guys. Don't forget, smash that like button. This is the first show back, so I don't expect a huge amount of people to be here. So I'm grateful for all you guys that are here so far. It's only showing up on what I can see at the top of the camera here. Only 5 people are here, but make sure you smash that like button, please, you guys. Don't forget to share the show. Tell everybody we're live right now tonight. Now, you've probably noticed that I've started calling my show Next Level, because that's where we're going. We're going to the next level with this show now. Because I've not been able to keep up with what I said I was going to do, which was get the seminars underway. I'm going to do something for you guys free of charge. Okay. I'm going to do a seminar next week. Okay. I will get the dates and the time sort of for you guys, so you make sure you guys can all be there. And I'm going to do a meditation seminar with you guys next week. Okay, which is going to help you clear your energy, clear any mental blockages, any physical blockages, things of that nature. And I'm going to do that for as a thank you, as a give back to you guys for supporting me and sticking by me when things have gone a little bit sort of against the wall. Okay. I can't wait to get back to work. I really, really can't. It kind of keeps me sane, to be absolutely honest with you. Let me give you one of the massive negatives that we've had. As you know, we're buying a house. So we have businesses abroad. So basically, what we're buying a new car as well. We'd ordered a new car, so we brought the funds from our businesses abroad over to the UK, only to be told the car's not going to be ready. This was in December, just gone past. Oh, sorry, really sorry. The car's not going to be ready until mid to late January. Oh, okay. You know, what the heck? Christmas is here. Don't care. Sent the funds back to the United States, where we have businesses. And then we were going to close on the house, and we come towards the end of January to close on the house and buy the car. So we brought the funds back to the UK again. Some asshole, in their infinite wisdom, decided, hang on a second here, we think you guys are money laundering, and froze all our assets. So it's like, are you having a laugh? See, the funny thing about it is, if there was somebody who's moving money from bank to bank to bank, you'd think, that's a wee bit suspect. But it's coming from lawyers. It's come from directly from lawyers, solicitors, and lawyer banking accounts. It's not as if it's coming through somebody's mattress into an account. It's coming from very, very select, high-level lawyers in the United States through a banking system which will have already been pre-checked by all of the banking lawyers, and then across to us to be able to use as we need. And some asswipe over here, sitting in a little tiny room with probably just a strip light above his head, picking his nose, has decided, oh, we're just going to check your money to make sure you're not money laundering. And has held every single thing up: our house, our cars, our bank account. Well, luckily enough, we have one bank account, but it's just like, okay. Well, my thinking here is all of the crap has come at the start, so the rest of the year can only get better. That's the way I look at it. So I'm just going to move the camera back a little bit. Stick with me, right? I'm just going to move the camera back. It's on a like a tripod thing, so I can just stretch out and lean out and talk to you guys. There we go. So let's have a look. Sue says, thank you so much. You're very, listen, you guys have stuck with me for a great many years, and you've supported me. What the hey, you know. Thank you very much for that, says Lynn. Paul, you know where I am if you need to escape for a while. Dawn, bless your heart, my darling. It's always good to know, by the way. But they don't recognize cash anymore. It's disgraceful. It's not cash, Dawn. It's all technical. It's not moving money as in pound notes. It's money through an international back system, which is even far more complicated than, like, you know, if you want to pay through your account to buy something of eBay, that's a back system, but not like an international back system. It's far more complicated, and then there's things called clearing houses, blah blah blah. It's all BS at the end of the day. Anyway, some asswipe has decided that we have to be investigated to make sure we're not money laundering, and that can take a long time. So our house, the people that we're buying our house off, they have to wait. We have to wait. So it's just a pain in the rear, to be absolutely honest with you. But hey, we know we're not money laundering. We know we've worked hard through our businesses to accrue the funds that we need, and that's the high and the low of it. You couldn't write it, Sue. You really, really couldn't. You could not write it. I mean, there is something else that happened that I am beside myself with, but I'm saving that one for another time. Anyway, you can sit in my piece. You can let me just read it because my eyesight's going to be a bit crap here. You can sit in my peace garden and chill your beans anytime. There's always a brew on for you, bird. Bless your heart, my darling. I really appreciate that very, very much. So let's go back to talking about work. Okay, next level. And I do mean that next level. It'll be kicking into gear in a way that you've never seen before. Okay. I'm in talks with Netflix at the moment for a TV show that I put to them, and they have said we really like this, so that's looking good. I'm going to be doing some filming in relation to the Next Level Psychic, and a show that I'm working on called Next Level Psychic. We're also working with a few different other people in relation to getting business together, so that we're kind of going to create a network. Okay, so if you have, like for example, Dawn, she creates some amazing stuff. She creates absolutely mind-blowing pyramids and loads of other amazing things. So we want to create the Paul Francis Network, in which case, you know, that would be you be able to get all of that stuff through the network. Okay, and the network will include qualified healers, psychics, people who practice different types of healing, and not just spiritual healing, but Reiki, things of that nature. Physical healing, for an example, our pal Amanda, she does a lot of physical work on muscles and nerves and frees up all of that energy. So that whole network is something that I'm working on to create. The next book, you've already seen the cover. We've decided on the cover of the next book, which is Walking with the Light. It's Walking with the Light, a real story. Now, people have been asking me why what do you call it a real story? Is it is it a story about somebody? Well, yeah, and at the same time, no. Oh, is there a no in there? I don't really know. Yes, it is in the fact that all of the knowledge has been accrued by me. Okay, and I get asked so many times through different TV shows, different radio shows, different radio programs, magazines. Oh, how did this start? How did you know you were able to do this, and so on and so forth. So that walking with the light it's not walking in the light, which you'd expect. You know, walking in the light. Walking with the light is how it showed me who I am, how it showed me where I was destined to go, how I was going to get past the speed bumps in the road that I was experiencing through the various levels of my life. But at the same time, all of it, even though that I'm sort of talking about walking with the light, as in how Spirit walked with me and taught me, the lessons I learned are in the book. So it's although it's almost, you know, it's almost about me in a format, but at the same time, it's a book on learning at the same time for the reader. Okay, so the reader can look and go, oh my God, I'm going to try that, you know, and various things. So it'll engross into the seminars and how the seminars came about and how I started to get really more involved with policing our industry, and getting rid of those charlatans and those sharks that are ripping people off left and right, that kind of thing. So Walking with the Light is an intensive book. It's full of mystery, it's full of love, it's full of humor, it's full of fun, it's full of teaching and wisdom and guidance. It's as I'm writing more chapters are coming to me. So I'm constantly on my phone tapping, and Johanna's like, "What are you tapping on?" I've got an idea for a chapter. I'm writing, so I'm literally writing constantly like this. I could be sitting in a cafe somewhere, and something will come to me, and I'll be writing. So some of the little bits and pieces that I've been writing, I've been posting, so you're starting to get kinds of ideas about what the book is about. I had been considering dropping one-to-ones. I don't know if I will do that or not. I wanted to really get, obviously, my family had to come first, and as should yours. So I wanted to get Johanna's health sorted and focused and get us on our path, and the only way we can do that is together, the two of us. And then if I had to do one-to-ones, I would not be able to completely focus on either the one-to-one or onto what's happening with my family. So I had to make a decision whether or not to cut one-to-ones. So what I've done in the meantime is the one-to-ones that I have worked. I just not taking any more on. Not saying that I'm not going to. I just stopped taking on more one-to-ones. I've been asked to do about 5 or 6 group sessions that I wasn't able to commit to those for obvious reasons. But things are working out and getting better, so I will start to commit to group sessions, and I will start to commit to all the seminars, and I will be doing some work with Sue, for example, Sue Vinicum, and I'm going to start to do live on stage shows again. So things of that nature will happen. I'm toying with an idea. You might like this. I don't know. You can tell me whether you like it or not. I'm toying with the idea that when I'm doing a live stage event, that I'm going to have somebody in the audience or somebody to the side of the stage, so we can have for all of the people who bought tickets to be at the event, we can also have pay-per-view for people who around the globe who can be in on the same event, and I can talk to not only the audience in front of me, but the global audience all at the same time. I've been told I can do that. Whether I do that or not is another matter. I don't know. I'm a bit of a sort of, when I'm on stage, I'm a bit of a character. I like to be on stage. I like to enjoy the audience. I enjoy time with the audience. And if I'm starting to answer questions and doing reads for people in the United States, Australia, Europe, Africa, Ireland, that might pull away from the audience that's directly in front of me. I don't know, but we'll see how it works out. Come up with the idea. Grania, I love you too, my darling. And this door is open for you. This door is open for you, my sweet angel. And you are just jump on a plane. I'll come collect you from Newquay and come and have a few days in. I was going to say sunny Cornwall, but all it's done is bloody rain all day today. In fact, it sleeted at one point today. Right, listen. I started writing a book yesterday, says Don Hatton. I thought it was a good time, so I called it 50 Years on This Rock. There you go. Get in there, go for it. I highly recommend people write books. Whether you write a book, you can write a book and never actually aim for it to be published. You can write a book just for yourself. I highly recommend you do it. Highly recommend you do it. Okay. One of the things I'll be talking about on this first seminar is a thing called a sleep diary. Okay, or a dream diary. So when we come to do that seminar next week, you might make a note about it now. A thing called a dream diary. Get yourself a dream diary. There's some beautiful ones out there, and have it beside you. You'll want that after next week. I promise you, you'll want that after next week. So, Dawn, I think like I said tonight, it was going to be more of a chat, a one-to-one chat, and give you guys a bit of a heads up as to why I had to step back and why and what was happening, what's going on with my family, what's going on with the books, what's going on with the TV shows. But I also said I might do a reading. And Dawn, I'm drawn to you. There's an older gentleman around you. It's either a father figure for yourself or a father figure for your husband. I'm not too sure which, but there's an older gentleman rising above both of you. He's giving me a grandfather feel as well. So in other words, he's father to either one of you guys and grandfather to your kids. I don't know, but I'm getting an energy that's in there. The name John is being shouted in the background, a J or G name, with a strong emphasis on the word John. Now, if I'm talking about the names, when I talk about names, I don't automatically assume. Please don't automatically assume that I'm talking about a person crossed by that name. In my referencing, me, Paul's referencing, it means who they are, who they're with, please say hello to. But there's a strong J-O, John, Jonathan, Joe name, J or G name that I'm supposed to acknowledge. Also, I want to say as well, Dawn, that there is a birthday and anniversary coming in and around now. I'm supposed to acknowledge. I want to be very strong on that because tomorrow, Good Friday tomorrow is I reference Good Friday as an anniversary for my father, and it's my father's anniversary tomorrow. So I'll be spending time in meditation and thought with him. I felt him a lot around me recently, and I think that's why I'm being drawn to Dawn. Oh, Jason's dad. Gotcha. There's something coming up about he wants me to acknowledge something to do with carpentry here, Dawn. But I'm seeing when he's showing me this carpentry, he's talking about carpentry, and he's showing me tools of old school, not today's high tech, cordless saws and drills. He's showing me old school. He's showing me like a plane and like a square ruler and old school stuff. So he's showing me to talk about either repairing or doing something that has to do with carpentry, but in the old school way. I'm supposed to tell you, if Jason's your husband, I'm supposed to say to tell him to keep his chin up, keep your chin up. Okay. We can't actually gauge the great days unless we experience some of the bad days. Okay. So I don't know if Jason's going through some bad days at the moment, but things are going to increase. They are going to get better. They're going to increase. In fact, if anything at all, there's going to be such an increase coming up towards the middle or towards the latter part of this year. He's going to have to take more people on, or he's going to have a partner get involved. But there's something about increase of work, increase of profitability, and an increase in overall life quality. Okay. Let's have a look at what you've written. Jason's dad, my husband Jason's dad's birthday yesterday. Okay. Oh my God. Leanne asked me yesterday about whittling and carving today. There you go. Old school. If Leanne was talking to you about whittling and carving yesterday, that would mean that your father-in-law, Jason's dad, was around you while you were talking about that. Also, Dawn, I don't know who it is that's suffering with either pains in the kidney area or the hip or the upper leg area, but please do me a favor, get on top of that. Never listen to a psychic, any psychic, giving you medical advice. We're not qualified, okay? No psychics are doctors. Unless you're a qualified doctor who becomes a psychic, then I'll shut up. But up until that point, only speak with a physician. But I'm getting pains in my sort of, just as you go round to the back, up a bit, which is kind of kidney area. But I'm getting pains around there. Please get on top of that. All righty. Dawn, there's also a shift around you, my love. I've got to talk about a shift being as an energy shift. Alrighty, all for the good, by the way. Don't worry about it. You may start to feel a little bit kind of like out in the cold, out on your own. Things have left you, or maybe energies have left you. Well, that's kind of part of what's happening. Energies are leaving you, but they're leaving you because they've brought you as far as they can. Okay, there's what I call a change of guard happening around you at the moment. I've got an impression. My guide, beautiful guide Sean is giving me impression of two new guides coming in. One is kind of sort of early late age, in other words 60s 70s, and late 50s 60s 70s. One's coming in around that age, another one's coming in around 30s. So young lady energies coming in around you to help you. You may start to find your mind drifting back to when you were in your 20s and early 30s. That's that energy coming in around you to let you know she's about. Okay. Then I'm also supposed to give you the name Carol. I'm going to stick with Carol, but I'm hearing Claire being shouted in the background. Okay. I'm going to say the name Carol, but the name Claire is being shouted in the background. Now, whether that's somebody else is trying to get in on this ride, fine. The door's always open for you guys. Come on through. Don't be surprised. Now I know you're very Wiccan in your motivation, and you're very Wiccan in your ways, and absolutely, but don't be surprised if you are pulled back towards the church in some way. Okay, because I'm seeing the crucifix symbol around you. Okay, either that or someone who's been talking about religion in a particular way, right? Your mom was Carol. Okay, that'll be why I'm hearing Carol being shouted in the background. All right. Now I don't know whether I'm staying with you or somebody's coming in, but there's somebody coming in, and I'm feeling I'm connecting to somebody else in the group tonight. But there's an ST name, so Stephen, Stephanie, Stevie, an ST name I'm supposed to acknowledge. They tell me to talk about the 9th month, so September is significant, or the 9th of a month is significant here to be acknowledged as well with the ST name. They want me to acknowledge somebody who went into hospital, was in the hospital for a short time before they pass. Okay, but when they went into hospital, it wasn't because they were thinking their health has deteriorated so badly there's something really badly wrong. They went in, things just went, and they crossed. The words "freak accident" are being shouted around me at the moment. Freak accident is being shouted around me. Okay. I want to. Is Sue still in the room tonight? Sue, can you come forward, please, darling? Sue, hello, Sue. Are you still here? Sue Vinicum, are you still there? Or she is. Sue, if you're in the room, could you please come forward? Good. Sue, I've got this ST, and as I'm sending out energies to find out who I'm connected to in the room, your name keeps coming up in my head. So there's a Steve, Stephanie, Stefan, ST name. There's a September connection here, where the 9th of a month is significant here. I'm supposed to acknowledge with you. I'm supposed to talk about either a massive change in medication here, either with you or around you. Okay, so there's talk about a strong change in medication either with you or around you to be discussed. And Sue, I know you're medically trained, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But once again, not in no way medically trained in any way, shape, or form. Okay, I can do first aid, and I'm pretty good at that, but that's it, right? So, but I'm getting the feeling that a particular medication has run its course. Okay. So where's the 11th come in here? And I don't know what I'm talking about. I know if I want to talk about it. It's actually November. I'm supposed to talk about soon, but the 11th is significant here. Okay. Hi, Maria. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you. Obviously, Good Friday's tomorrow, and happy Easter Sunday. Happy Easter weekend to y'all. So Sue, can you come back to me on that stuff, please, as soon as possible, please? Thank you very much. Maria, it's good to see you. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the new changes to the next level psychic, Paul Francis. I don't know about the name Stephen, but I am coming off medication after my surgery. Good. That's always impressive. As what do I say to you on a regular basis, Sue? And becoming a little bit more flexible. Okay. My nan was born in November, so the 11th must mean November. Okay, but there is definitely a strong ST. Steve, Stephanie, Stefan. That ST sounding name. Remember, I can be off by names, but I won't be off the initial of what it sounds like. So there's a strong Steve, Stephanie, Stefan. I can't think of any other ST names, but anyway, that name is being shouted in the background. Now, if we're going to talk about your grandmother who's passed and who's connected to November, then she wants to be acknowledged a male to her side, which would either be her husband or brother. This male to her side is connecting with the forces because he's showing me uniforms, and specifically the Second World War. Okay. I'm seeing an anchor, so they want me to talk about they want me to talk about connections to the Navy in some way already, or the Navy or ocean going, boat going, fisherman. I don't know. An anchor means more than just the Navy to me. It means ocean going or water connected already. The Is the ST definitely the name of a person? I don't know what do you think the ST is? So tell me, and I'll tell you the truth. Carol says I knew Steve had a birthday in September. Alrighty, well, but this one's oh right, okay. Carol, that would make the 9th month, and the name's Steve, Stephanie, Stefan. It's the name of a tablet. Oh, you mean a medicine? Okay. No, I instantaneously got no. No, it's connected to a name, my darling. All right, but I get this name. I want to say to you, Sue, to help you out. The name is in spirit because I said to them, "Are we talking about somebody here on the earth plane?" And I get a feeling of like rising, like that. And when I get that feeling of my body rising, that means they want me to connect to spirit. So the strong Stephen, Stephanie, Stefan. There's a strong Steve, Stephanie, Stefan name connected in spirit. There is someone who crosses in spirit, and there's a France connection to this. So whether they passed away in World War II in Normandy or the D-Day landings and that sort of thing, I'm supposed to acknowledge that. There is a huge anniversary thing around this. So there's a massive anniversary thing. This is big. This is like recognized European wide or worldwide for that matter. So it has to be connected to World War II. It has to be. Alrighty. If it isn't, I'm wrong, and I'm quite comfortable about being wrong. I'm just trying. If you can imagine, I'm reading your letter, but I'm reading it from my point of view. So, but this feels to me this anniversary because I'm seeing my symbols for anniversary, and it means it feels big. It feels massive. It doesn't feel like a birthday. It feels, or somebody's wedding anniversary. It feels big. I'm going to stick with a World War II connection here. Kelly, welcome to the show. Good to see you. I'm wondering. I do when I'm doing shows, especially live shows, when I'm doing them on a stage, right? I will often be talking to members of the audience, and I will have a thing called a me too. Okay, so what'll happen is right. So imagine I'm not the only Paul in the world, am I? Right? There's millions of Pauls around the world. So I could be in the audience, and someone will say, "I'm getting a connection to the name Paul," And then somebody else will go, well, I have Apollo as well. So that there'll be a scenario called a me too. Okay. Or I will see a line being drawn right across the audience from one person to another. And that could well be happening here, Carolyn. So don't give up. Stay close to the information. So Carolyn, you got your France connection. Okay, I get that. But where is the poppies coming into play? And the poppies will only recognize World War II for me. Okay. So I'm seeing the red poppy, and it's a big, big, big anniversary. We have to go down that route. But if you really put me into a corner and said, who's this for? I'd say I'm connected to Sue. I really do. Don't forget, you guys, to share the show. Don't forget, it's really important that you hit the like button and watch to the end of the video. Now, while I'm just sort of clearing that down, I'm going to get some water. While I'm clearing that energy down, I hope you guys enjoyed that. All that came in, by the way, from Dawn. Dawn's energy started all of that. So, Chris James, welcome back. Chris, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time out to be here. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. So it really is. I'm going to say it is connected in with mom. Okay, it's really connected in with mom. Okay. I'll tell you why I really think it's connected to your mom, because I'm seeing loads and loads of golden light around your mom at the moment. Okay. And that means that they're bringing healing and soft energy to her, to help her. Okay. To give her a little bit of stress relief and healing. Alrighty. Sharp as a pen though, still. I'm getting. Right. Okay. The energies are sort of pulling back from me. Good idea now to ask some questions. By the way, good idea to ask questions. It makes a lot of sense with my guides having a rejig. Well, it's happening, Don. It's when I was talking about the next level. Okay, that's when it came in. So it's the next level. You're starting to shift up a level, but don't be. What's the right word here? I don't want to sound condescending in any way, shape, or form, but don't be defensive if you start feeling that you're being drawn back towards like a church, towards like a religious connection in some way. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not doing that. There's a whole connection about that I've got to share with you. But the one is an older, so like I say, an older, middle-aged, older person, and the other one's a younger lady around late 20s, early 30s. But those two energies are moving in around you. Okay. And they're coming in for a particular reason. Alrighty. Let's have a look at what Sue said, and then you guys have to forgive me because my eyesight's crap at the minute because I'm tired. I asked about medication because my recent blood test was all good. That's fantastic news. But I was borderline raised in cholesterol. So they've offered me a repeat test in a year to take a statin, hence the ST. Gotcha. I'm on statins. Since I'm on statins, actually, my health has improved dramatically. There you go. Mom was talking to Dad, saying he is sat waiting for her. Mom was talking to Dad, saying he is sat waiting for her. She has been poorly and had a fall. Gotcha. Alrighty, gotcha. I'm open-minded to anything. Dawn, can I give you a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of advice? I want you to do something if you can spare the time. Get yourself around to Truro Cathedral. Get yourself into a quiet corner and just close your eyes and just open up. Okay, don't do anything else. Just close your eyes. Just remember my voice saying, "Open up." Okay, and be open to how these beautiful energies are going to talk to you, and they are so benevolent. They're so I feel so much warmth with them. It's untrue, almost angelic, if not already angelic. Okay. Right. So listen, guys, let's do a few questions. Right. I've got about 15 minutes left. Let's do a few questions. Come on, fire away. Question would you like to ask me? I'm going to keep tonight's show open to an hour, and then I'm going to build the shows back up to an hour and a half. Okay. I hope you don't mind. This is my first night back. I'm already wiped out. I was in there last week. I need to sit in there. I love sitting in there. Don't I love it? Sue says, I said about the blood test, as you picked up on just now, a change in medication. So I thought it might be that. Yeah, I can understand your point. I can see your point. Yeah. So, right. So, listen, you guys fire away and ask me questions. In the meantime, when I'm waiting for questions from you guys, I'll talk about the seminar I'm going to do next week. So next week, I'm going to do a seminar I'm going to do a seminar on meditation, specifically to help you clear down both negativities out of your system in a physical and a mental sense, and clear and balance chakras. So come and join me next week. As a gift from me to you guys, I'm going to do a seminar, and I'm going to make it very open-ended so you guys can all come in. But I'm going to do it that when you're in, then I'm kind of going to close the door, because I can't start doing a seminar, especially with meditation, and people just come and go when they feel like it, because that will just break the whole momentum for everybody else, as you can well imagine. So I'm going to get on with that. Keep getting subtle glimpses of things from my mom and dad about my son's baby that's coming in next month. Not sure what they are trying to convey, all that they know about her. I would say exactly that, Maria. I would say that's their way of saying to you that they're aware that there's a new member of the family coming in, and I would look at it in exactly that way. Okay, and look at it from a happy perspective. Alrighty. Sue's really looking forward to that meditation. Maria says, might they be telling you anything? No, they're not. Kelly says, I'm happy you're back. Well, Kelly, I'm happy to be back. All right. Well, my wife and I keep getting shadows moving around the house independently of each other. Any ideas who that might be? I'm opening. One Maria said is her parents talking to me. I've opened the door for them to talk to me. I'm opening the door for Puffin's family to talk to me. Oh, family! There you go. Straight off the bat. That wasn't preordained. That came straight in. Family. Now, Puffin, one of the energies connecting to you has an anniversary. I'll start again. I'll put my teeth back in. Has a birthday or an anniversary in next month. Okay, so I've got a birthday anniversary connecting into next month that connects to one of the energies is visiting with you at the moment. There's also a very, very specific cancer. So if somebody died of pancreatic cancer, or if somebody died of liver cancer, or something that's specific, okay, Puffin, it's there's an energy around you who crosses over due to that. There's also a younger energy with you. I would say somewhere between the ages, I don't know, 12 and 21, in that frame. That there's a younger energy with not a huge amount of life experience that wants to be acknowledged, just being around you. Then my name is being shouted, Paul. The name Paul is being shouted as well in the background. And they want me to talk about the third, either the 3rd of March or the 3rd of a month. But the 3rd comes in here. I'm supposed to acknowledge, okay? They tell me to say to you, watch out for the train journey. I'll be aware of the train journey. Something about the train journey is being significant here. My favorite form of travel. So they're telling me to talk about the train as being significant. Often, okay. Dawn just says, I just feel the energies are tampered with so much at the moment. I'm quite sensitive to it. I can't bear to see them use the cathedral like a jumble sale shop. Well, you know what? It even said in the Bible that they were using the synagogues, or the whatever it is that they were, and Jesus went in there, went nuts, and kicked all the tables over, and so on and so forth. But I don't believe that actually happened. But because it's a meeting place for people, But I can see your point of view, but I can also see their point of view in the way that it's the only way they can get money to come in to be able to keep things ticking over. Because running a cathedral financially must be the most ridiculous thing to do. Trying to keep that place heated would be just be off the scale nuts. Okay. So I can see your point of view, absolutely, but I can also see theirs from a business perspective. So they have to keep it running, otherwise it's going to go right. Look at how many churches are failing in the southwest alone. Um, my most despised council, Cornwall, is failing left and right, is having to let go of multiples and multiples of churches because they can't afford to keep them up. I wonder why. It's because they're misspending their monies. Okay. Uh, I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get political, and I won't allow political to come into my shows from now on. I promise you. Sorry about that. But the cathedral, if you think of the cathedral itself for what it is, Don, it's a magnificent place. Okay, for how people built that, with they didn't have the technology we have today. So they built that. I look at that thing. How did you do this? Amazing. Often says, "Thank you, Paul. My mom had kidney failure." Gotcha. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that your mom had kidney failure. But there's also cancer. I'm going to stick with that. All right. And if there was a cancer that caused the failure, I can understand that. Carolyn Hawkey says, I'm looking forward to learning. I feel like something has changed, getting thoughts about being a healer. Why not, Carol? Actually, you might enjoy the seminar next week then. Make sure you're a part of it. But I'm drawn to doing something more in my life now. What do you think? I absolutely, wholeheartedly think you should move on that. Alrighty, come and join the seminar next week, and it'll most likely open some doors for you. It's going to open doors for everybody. Okay, not just for you, Carolyn. So everybody who watches the show tonight, especially on rerun, I will be doing a seminar next week for free, and it'll be a meditation seminar. So make sure you're there. I will be. I'm going to be doing a lot of back and forth to Exeter next week, as I mentioned. Johanna's not doing too good at the minute, but I will have the dates for you guys. And I mean, it's obviously it's a very very special week this weekend. So let's do that. Let's get the weekend out of the way, and then we'll get the dates in and the times, and we'll do a fantastic seminar and get everybody ready to take on 2024. It's an amazing healing center. I feel it in there, but I also feel a lot of not so nice stuff in there. I just need to focus on balancing. No, you don't need to balance it out. No, don't, because I'll tell you why. All right, speaking from this is my Paul Francis head on now. Right, when you go in there, you tend to go in there as a sponge. Okay, so if you go in there focused on the negative energies that might be floating around there, you'll soak it up. Don't do that. Go in there with a protective connection around you and be open to the amazing energies that are in there. Okay, so when Mass is celebrated in there, every time it's celebrated in there, which is daily, by the way, that energy is pulsating. Just soak that up. Right? It's amazing. Thank you, Paul. Looking forward to learning with you. Karen, you're absolutely very, very welcome. Listen, guys, if you go to my website, and you can now download my book, The Little Book of Quick Wisdom, and I highly recommend you do. But you can download it electronically directly onto your cell phone or mobile device, or iPads, or whatever it is, your smartphones, that kind of thing. So you can download my book directly from blurb.com now. So if you go to my website, you'll see the link to it. And get my advice is to you is get a hold of my book, The Little Book of Quick Wisdom, okay, and download it. It's very cheap. I write my books, and I'm not profit minded in that front. So download The Little Book of Quick Wisdom onto your cell phone, and you can be able to look at it at any time, especially if you're not having a good day. If you're not having a great day, you'd be able to open your cell phone, pop on The Little Book of Quick Wisdom, boom, and it'll take you right out of it. Julie says, positivity, angels all the way. Angel all the way. Sounds like a good song, doesn't it? Okay. If you need anything in Exeter, I'm there a lot with my mom, 5 minutes from the hospital. So if you or Johanna need anything, let me know. I will definitely. So, in fact, I will give you a shout because I will be up there for a couple of days on my own, and I don't know Exeter, so I probably will give you a shout. Probably a good idea. Guys, we're back. I've only got 3 minutes left. I can't believe it's shot past so damn quick. Have you got any questions for me? Put some questions to me. You know I love questions. I'm really on the fence about getting to A to Z when I don't understand what that means. I'm really on the fence about getting to AZ to as when the baby comes. I know my Don wants me there, but his wife made it clear that she didn't want any of us to come out when the baby's born. I would put that down to hormones being nuts at the moment. When the baby arrives, you know as well as Maria, come on, get your head screwed on properly here. Ladies and gentlemen, primarily ladies, Arizona, gotcha. You know, our hormones take over our brains. When my children were being born, my wives were one of them turned into Satan. So I remember that, So I would put a lot of that down to what they're going through at the moment. All right, don't worry too much about it. Good to see you all. I'm babysitting, so off to put my granddaughter to bed. She's moaning. Okay, so there's not a lot you can do about personal politics, Maria, other than either do something about it. As my mum used to say, either put up or shut up. That's kind of the advice I would give you. I would my feelings and my energies around me are saying it's all to do with the hormones being all over the place. But let me go through it. I'm not medically trained, but I can hear my mum's voice going, "Put up or shut up." Put up means go and do something about it, and shut up means if you're not going to do anything about it, then don't talk about it. My mom was very, very sharp. She was a nurse. Right, so here we go. We're at the end of the show. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you for making the first return back. Brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. I was really quite nervous, to be honest with you. I was nervous about telling you guys about why. But, my family had to come first. I had to focus on that. My beautiful cousin had just lost her mother. And she's my aunt, my dad's sister. There was a lot of energy needed over there. And then to be told that Johanna's, her treatment's failing, and we have to do something else about that. So I always say to people, when you think you're having a bad day, are you having a bad day? Really? Okay? Are you really having a bad day? You really have to look at things like this. My wife's cancer treatment is failing. Her cancer is starting to expand, and we have to deal with that immediately. My beautiful cousin's mom just died only literally 48 hours after she was out walking her dog. Not expected, gone. So are you having a bad day? Really? Every time I think of stuff like this, I saw many, many, many years ago. Here I'm now starting to be convinced that I saw an angel, and the guy was wearing a T-shirt, and on the T-shirt it says, "Be kind. You don't know what kind of a day I'm having." I never forgot that. Never forgot that. And that's when I was in my mid-teens, 60 now. Listen, you guys keep me going. Please continue to do that. Help me build the website. Help me build the YouTube channel, please. And let's go forward. Let's bring it to the next level. Welcome to the Next Level Psychic, Paul Francis. I'll see you guys after the weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your families. Don't do anything else. All right. Stay away from the internet. Stay away from all this crap, and enjoy the time with your family and have fun. Enjoy it. Have fun. Do stupid things. Enjoy yourself. All right. And I'll see you all at the start of next week. Remember, all of our friends and family who have crossed over are still very much a part of our lives. Just look out to how they're talking to you, because they are, especially on days and weekends like this we have coming ahead. Close your eyes and just open yourself to them talking to you. I promise you they will. Have a great time. Enjoy your Easter eggs. Have fun. Stay away from the internet and spend the time with your family. Until I see you again, good night. God bless. Remember to communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. God bless. See you soon.